What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Conversation Piece, your place to discover the untold stories of Indianapolis through all of its beautiful people's perspectives. My name is Patrick Armstrong. I am your host, and it is an exciting time to be here in 2025, the year of community. Before we get into the conversation, I just want to shout out everybody who's been turning up to the events. We just had the WNBA All-Star Game. That was fire, and I am really excited about what is coming out of all of that. And so keep it locked here, conversationpiecepod.com, at conversationpiecepod on all of the social medias, because you're not going to want to miss the cool stuff that we have coming out, including this conversation. My guests today are the co-founders, the co-owners, the representatives of the lifestyle and fashion brand TRUE DIRTBAG. They have been working to get on this show, and I am super excited to be able to sit down with some of my Northwest Indiana brothers. And other than that, they are kind of mysterious figures on the internet. So I am really excited to get into this conversation, to learn more and to figure out what this all means. So it is, without further ado, it is my great joy and privilege to welcome Eli Fooliano and Lionel Hardin to the show. How y'all doing, fellas?
Man, how you doing? We good.
Blessed, honestly.
I'm blessed to have y'all here. So like I said before, y'all hit me up. I don't even know when that was originally. I think you had reached out to me, but do you remember what the first thing was that you saw that like piqued your interest?
So what made me reach out to you was I saw an artist by the name of Art Fitz.
Oh yeah,
Art by Fitz.
Shout out Fitz.
I've never met him like as far as like an encounter, but I kind of like ran into him into a space. The Buttermilk after party is where I met him at.
Yep.
But I've just, like this art. I collect art. I have a good friend that's in the art by the name of Terrible Tony.
Okay, yeah.
So I like to collect art pieces. So that's what brought me to the attention because he's also involved in the butter. So that what gravitated me to Arts by Fit.
100%. He was just did a bunch of like mural and stuff for Rev too. Yep. So he's been popping up all over the city. The new hotel that went up, he's got some pieces in there.
Oh yeah,
he's doing it. What about you, Eli? Are you a big into art? Is that a thing you're interested in?
Art. Like art is my imagination.
Okay.
Like that's coming from where we come from. My background's a little rougher, but I've always escaped through imagination. Art was like that.
Okay.
That for me. So I'm into the paintings. I'm into the music. I'm into the clothes. I'm into what your granny's doing out there in the yard. You know what I'm saying? What is that? What is that doing? What can I turn that into?
Right.
I just see art sounds in the streets. Even if I'm not good in most things, I just see the art in it. It's just my imagination, man. And I roll with it.
I love it. Okay, so I mentioned Northwest Indiana, South Bend specifically. Is that where y'all first linked up? Is that the origin story?
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, you want to elaborate on that?
Oh, yeah. So they're born, raised. I came along the way. I think I was like 12 when I got to South Bend. My family originates from 219, Gary, Indiana.
Okay,
so, we got
shout
that account. Shout out to 219. Yes, sir. So I moved there around 12, 13 years old and across the street from him. Directly across the street. Our moms became friends and we just grew together after that. It's almost 20 years now. 20 years. Yeah, it's been a long time.
When he moved in and y'all moms first connected, were you like, yeah, that's a cool kid. Let me hang out with him. Or were you like, hey, who is this new guy coming on the block?
Honestly, no. It was, so, he was more closer to my little brother.
Okay, gotcha.
My little brother's a little younger than me. So I'm like the big brother. So what that was, I kind of sat back and, it was a little more of street politics that was involved with that.
Gotcha.
Living in the ghetto.
Yeah.
So we kind of clash. A lot of people in our culture, we kind of tend to be for our own people.
Okay.
So right off bat, we had an issue, so it was just more like the street politics.
Sure.
I'm not going to get too much into that, but that's pretty much how it started.
Okay.
20 years later, we are ride or die brothers.
For sure.
So that's pretty much how it started out.
Well, I appreciate that. Can you talk about a little bit, if you don't mind sharing, just when your initial like connection, you're like moving past the politics of it and be like, oh, we can fuck with each other. Like this is a person that I can roll with. You know what I mean?
You think you remember?
What does that moment like look like?
I got
good
memory, but I don't see if he remembers that.
Well, was it the Coach Carter moment?
Nah, it was before
so I'm
that.
let you do
it
it.
was before that.
I'm gonna let you do
So
it.
this is the music side of things.
Okay.
So I love, like I said, my imagination. I could mimic everybody's verse song, even if I couldn't sing, whatever, from Creed all the way up to, the Biggies and the Tupacs, right? So hanging with his bro, they actually like recorded music. I never like been around a studio. It was like a mic and a sock. So I was doing that with a little bit. But he was like freestyling, so they got with him. And like I'm real small, and he's like this gigantic dude to me. So he's like, we're gonna get in the car with him. So I'm kind of nervous, and he's like aggressive rapping, like and I'm just like in the back, like, oh, okay. And I just kind of just like went with it. And then it just like turned into these freestyle sessions in the car. Like you had a Caprice Classic. Real clean.
My first car was a bubble Chevy Caprice that my dad helped me get.
So Caprice Cyphers.
The Caprice Cyphers, with the Pioneer. I remember.
So freestyle sessions is how we
like we really
crazy.
Us, like, because like you said,
we've done a lot.
He's a few years, so that's how me and him kind of glued in at the moment.
So we actually like bonded through music. At first, like we started off doing music.
We've
been doing music for like what, over like 20 years?
Be about 15,
20 years
16.
Doing music.
Recorded.
That's what's up.
I actually recorded.
So how does that door open up? You were in the studio. Were you in the studio at that time when you were connected with him over the freestyles?
I wasn't even in the studio. We were like in a basement. We were in the house. We were in the attic, laptop, with a computer microphone and a sock.
That's the studio.
Hey,
right?
That's the studio.
I mean, a lot of times when people look at studio, they're thinking like the big boards and, like all the like industry stuff, you know?
When does the synergy and like art and fashion come into it? Were y'all, because you were already into it, like you said, you were in the imagination. Like that was something that you were tapping into. Music, you're already an artist. So like you're already tapped into that as well. When does y'all two individual, like what we like, start to coalesce?
So what? I would probably say like, so from the music standpoint, I feel like we did it the biggest. And I'm going to say that, just being confident from our hometown, South Bend, right? There wasn't a lot of opportunities. It wasn't a lot of, outlets. So we had to make those outlets. We went from paying to do shows. We transitioned to doing free shows, and then we got to the point to where we were getting paid to do shows. The situation that didn't make sense to us is because a lot of the people we brought out that were our fans, people were getting paid off of us through them. So we didn't get a percentage of that. It was always, get y'all people to come here, and then, y'all walk away with nickels and dimes. So we started to look at the business aspect of it, right? As we transitioned out of the music, I came up with something called True Dirtbag because I wanted to do something separate from the group. And the group of the music, we had about 8 artists. Lost one of those artists. He was one of the people that helped us keep going by the name of Matt. We call him Snooze. That's one of our brothers.
Shout out Snooze.
RIP to him. So he kept us going. I got a little touch on that, man, because that's a hard thing to still deal with to this day. But just bringing his name up, it means a lot.
For sure.
So he was one of the first people to support the brand. And I got a art piece of a picture I took of him in my house now, and he got the first shirt that was ever created, a True Dirtbag. So I kind of wanted to get out of the group aspect and create something for myself, to just transition from the music. So True Dirtbag was created through my professional job, which is aviation. I did aviation for like 13 years. Started off on the ramp. Let me get it together, man.
No, you good.
No, I got it, man. I got it. Appreciate it.
And he told me not to cry.
It's all good. Hey, this is an emotional show. We got an episode coming out soon where I'll be crying. So don't worry about it.
Because, it's a real story. So it's our story. So, it's going to be sentimental.
For sure.
It's going to be touchy. So, we're going to get through it, though. As men, you should cry.
100%.
For when you're sad, when you're happy, when you're glad, all of it. You know, these are joys of these are tears of joy, honestly, not of pain. You know, because bro is what we do this for. We keep going and striving. So, like I said, you know, we transitioned into doing the clothing. He supported that. It started off at the ramp agent, as I was a ramp agent when I started off in aviation, right? Yep. Shout out to my boy Seth. I started off in UPS. In South Bend as a ramp agent. Then I transitioned to building and grinding and working up the ladder. So I became a supervisor.
Okay.
I became the manager. I became the general manager, and I became the first area general manager.
Okay.
I also became the first black manager in the company called Quantum Aviation. They started bundling contracts based off of using me to be an area general manager, which I was running Fort Wayne and South Bend.
Okay.
Cargo operations for UPS.
Gotcha.
So with that, True Dirtbag developed through that.
Okay.
It was more of just trying to create a family and just something to just laugh at when you going to work. Every time anybody works a 9 to 5, it's always seems like it's a hassle.
Sure.
Working for the man, a struggle. It's
we
never
like to complain
happy.
about it.
Yeah.
For
Exactly.
sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we started it off as a joke.
Okay.
And Seth, shout out Seth, my boy Seth. He was one of the people that worked with me. Shout out Juan. He worked with me as well. I had rebels working for me. They was like, how do you get these people to work for $7.25? I was like, respecting them, I give the respect before I expect the respect.
Yeah.
So, you know, even though we're rebels, I come from that too. I was a rebel too, so I understood them.
For sure.
Every day on the ramp life is we true dirtbags.
Yeah.
You know, rough punk kids, you know, type of, if you look up the definition dirtbag, which I did, I was like, what is a dirtbag? It's an old saying back in the day that a lot of older people would use for punk, scruffy kids, right?
That sounds about right.
And that was pretty
sounds about
much
white, if I'm going to be honest. The way they was using it.
It do. You know, get out of your dirt bag.
Yeah.
So it started off as a joke. And what I did was I made the joke a Facebook group. So the Facebook group grew from 2000, went viral.
For sure.
All the way to now we are at 29,000 followers. It got shut down at 2000 because it was too viral. Too viral got shut because it was messy.
Sure.
I had to clean it up.
Yeah. Still fine and
like
sensitive
the moderating,
days.
like the whole,
It was still
Facebook
those days.
becomes a whole beast sometimes. But social media in general, but for sure.
But made a viral group, right? And what ended up transitioning was it was all about comedy.
Okay.
Basically, you know, just laughing at jokes. I ciphered a lot of things. You ever heard of World Star before?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we kind of mimicked World Star. We started ciphering comedy into a group, and that's what grew the group, and it's still going now. We ended up turning the Facebook comedy group into a brand. I didn't know I was creating a brand.
Sure.
And that transitioned into a clothing line.
Yeah.
Which became multiple things. So a lot of people were like, hey, you should create a T-shirt. So that's where the fashion aspect came in.
Okay.
Then that's where Eli comes in. That Eli used to always come up with ideas. And what would I tell you when you did that? When you was coming with the ideas,
he would say, get on board with the team.
Get on board with the team.
Say, get on board with the team.
Okay, so you were still kind of over here currently doing stuff, but still tapped in a little bit.
So, you know, so this is my part of while he's getting into more of his artistry. Yeah. Because I didn't know he had this much artistry, you know, outside of music. You know, just what I known him for was music, you know. So even though he's big, bro, he's a little older, we're still kind of in two different spaces. Still the group, but I'm over here a little bit, he's over here a little bit. So I decided to take my talents to Bloomington to expand as a solo artist, you know. But you know, I'm locked into the music scene and everything. Just seeing what Wiz Khalifa, everybody's doing the college things, the college things. All right, okay, cool. So I leave the group, not like leave it, but like leave it physically. Like, we're gonna branch out, go to Bloomington, go out there. And so while I'm doing that, he's doing this whole dirtbag thing. So we're still tapped in. I'm still tapped in with home. I'm doing my own thing, trying to get shows for us, which I end up doing a lot of solo shows, which, you know, helped me grow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Myself. And so now the imagination that I brought in this group with, you know, my buddies, my friends, my brethren, I still kind of forgot about all my talents. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Well, once you bring other people in, if you're managing them, and for sure.
So now I'm down here by myself. And now I'm like, okay, me as an artist. Now I'm getting back into designing clothes because, coming, from poverty and being poor, like I was just creating shit. Like I'm like literally in the house creating shit, sewing shit together. My mom had a sewing machine, cut shit, doing shit. Need something, know what I'm saying? So I'm getting back into that down there in Bloomington. I'm starting to make my own clothes again and everything. Just getting into me as a solo artist and my image, right? And he's, never been on Facebook. So he's on Facebook and he shows me like the group, the brand and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, damn. You know what I'm saying? I see what you got going on, bro. I didn't know you had all this in you.
Yeah.
And while this is going on, we lose my brother. You know what I'm saying? So that brought us closer now on a different level.
For sure.
Outside of just being bros and he's the big bro. So now he's explaining his visions to me. And now I'm living in my vision now. Yeah. I'm like at way light years ahead. Like, because I'm all into the fashion shows, so my ankles are already out. Like I'm already doing the whole ankle out thing in 2013. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm already
trendsetter.
I'm already back into the knee-high shorts in 2013.
Okay.
Like I'm doing all of this early, you know, but I'm like said from my image of just being a rap artist, we come from the Lil Wayne era and everything. So it's like switching that to what I'm like, my peers are kind of like, well, what's this dude doing? You know what I'm saying? But
not understanding not
understanding that. But Nell, said, Mr. TDB, he's like, man, bro, keep doing it. Like, I'm loving it. Like, he's pushing me. I'm like, oh, so I'm like just reciprocating it back to the brand of TDB. But I was kind of just pushed back from it because I'm like, all right, bro, I got to see how hard you want to go for it. Because I know what I can do.
Still like feeling each other out.
Right, yeah. It's like, I know what I can do.
Yeah.
But if I want to do this again of putting my talents behind something else, I got to believe you got it. I can't just be the bro thing anymore.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be boss man. I'm going to be the partner, because this is your baby. You created this. And I will do that for you, And 2 years later, man, I jumped on the team. Yeah, he locked me in, man. He locked me in.
He's the third piece to the team.
He locked me in.
The other part of the team is CJ.
Okay.
He's more of like the behind the scenes guy. He doesn't like to be in the front of the camera. He's IT. He's that type of guy.
The guy in the chair.
Yeah. Exactly.
Getting all the things.
Which is probably
CJ.
the best position to be in.
Yo, those are the most important people. They get paid the most, and they don't have to be doing this.
Right, exactly.
Shout out CJ.
He's like, we told bro we're doing a podcast. He's like, okay.
He's like, cool.
So it's three of us. CJ, myself, Eli.
I love it. The thing I really resonate with is like it's born out of wanting to start your own thing and break away from something that you've already been a part of. Yeah. The reason I started Conversation Piece is because I wanted full creative control over something of my own.
Right.
Like I started podcasting with other people because it was part of my identity journey. And so like I was just there to talk and like figure myself out. And then after I got into it for 2 years, I'm like, oh, I kind of like this, but I feel constrained. So like, let me see what I can do now that I've been doing this. Right. So I really, really resonate with that. Do you know the moment that you were like, because you just said like, I see what you're doing, but I need to know like this is how far you're gonna go because I'm going this far. Was there a specific moment that you saw that and you're like, all right, here we go?
All right. So after Bloomington, I came here.
Yep.
I came here still, on the solo artist thing as well as the fashion side now too as well. Just me personally.
Can you give us a timeline, like time frame? Is this a 2016?
Okay, so this is 2016.
Okay, gotcha.
This is 2016 right here.
Yeah.
So he's like we still have the group going. Brave Game Music, shout out Brave Game Music. So I'm still going back home doing the group thing. TDB is taking off, like he said, and so I'm like, bro, I've come to Indy and I'm seeing old Indy, and I'm like, it's like wide open.
Yeah.
Like wide open. I did a few shows up here, but I'm just like, just as a creative, like a lot of people I connect with in Bloomington were talking about coming here doing things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people I connected with in Atlanta that are from Indiana were talking about coming back doing things.
Sure.
And I'm just like, bro, you're bigger than home. Come down to Indy. If you come to Indy, I'll join the team.
Okay.
That's really what it was.
Okay.
That's how I had to believe it.
Yeah.
To see if he was going to do it.
Did you see that same thing, or did it take a second to have conversation with Eli to be like, okay, I can see it now?
I didn't see it. That was the conversation, right?
Yeah.
And I was in a relationship at the time.
Okay.
And honestly, the relationship is what got me to lead a nest. but it was the two things. It was actually three things.
Sure.
Multiple things. I'll get into it. So the relationship, I wanted to go somewhere that provided more opportunity. I wanted to give my son a better opportunity in life than what I had. Yep. Not saying that I had a bad life or anything like that, but as far as like more opportunity, like I said, the resources and stuff wasn't there in our city.
Yeah.
But we still push for our city. 574, speaking of 574, shout out Javon Small. He just got drafted to the NBA last night.
Yep.
He's from 574. So also was basically to expand the brand. So the relationship is what kind of helped me get out of that.
Yeah.
So when I came out here, the relationship didn't last that long.
Okay.
After about a month or two.
And that was 2018.
Okay.
2018.
I was here 2 years by myself. Yeah, I forgot about
2018, so I'm here.
Yeah.
2 months in, relationship over. Yo, get up out of here. I'm like, damn. I ain't got nowhere to go. So I called my dad, and I'm like, Pops, like, situation at work, yo, this and that. He like, hey, man, you gonna have to figure it out. He said, I raised you already. I gotta, take care of your sister. Shout out to my sister Chantel. And when he said that, I knew what he meant by that. I needed that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got it, Pops. And then, I ended up going to the grinding, and got 3 jobs. And basically hit up Eli, hey, bro, I need somewhere to sleep. I'm sleeping on the floor. I'm sleeping on the couch. I remember my pride was just so, like, it had me, bro, like, we got a little bed in there, a little bed.
Had a little mattress in front of my bed.
Little mattress, like a little kid mattress, right?
Like you have for the homies, they drunks, man.
Yeah. The crash pad, for sure.
Exactly. So he like, bro, you ain't getting no real rest. Man, swallow your pride, bro, and get on the bed, man. Get some good rest.
Yeah. So
I did it. This is one of my mentors right here. He helped me also develop skills to become a man and stronger. And like you said, conversation. He was the person to help me have those uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
So he gave me a place to stay. I had to jump, crib to crib was his crib. And then my god brother, Bryce, shout out Lisa, they gave me a place to stay. Shout out Dizzle, his sister, Minnie gave me a place to stay. She had like last little month left on the crib.
Sure.
So I'm 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there. She gave me 30 days. Electric got cut off. No. Was it water? Electric got cut off. Water's still in there. So I'm grinding. She like, hey, I'm not going to turn the key in. I'm going to let you, take it over. And then the one thing she taught me was, you don't owe me nothing. This is a moment of paying it forward.
Damn.
So I learned a pay it forward moment through her with that.
Sure.
So I'm like, damn. Okay, so I wanted to start making sure I pay it forward. He taught me a lot of that stuff. Yeah. When you go into pop-up shops and stuff like that, it's like a lot of people go up to these pop-up shops not even supporting or even buying anything. They just going up there just to talk
make
and
face,
look at it.
And then they're probably not even there for very long. They're dipping out.
Exactly. So he like, bro, if you're going to truly support people, purchase something.
Yeah.
They're not out here for nothing.
Right.
So.
Well, everybody, especially in Nap, at least from my perspective, so I didn't grow up here. I grew up in rural, like the whitest part of Indiana you could grow up in. But when as I've been here the last few years and stepped into the creative scene, like everybody's trying to like make something work. Like a lot of people got brands. A lot of people have had, and not only that, they got time in, I think, of trying to build. And I think what has been really interesting has been the way collaborations or like support from each other has propped up, as well as the flip side, like when everybody's got their own thing, it's like now we're competing with everybody. Did you feel like that was part of that landscape when you stepped in there in 2016, 2018?
That's one of his biggest issues with the community.
Issue. Oh my gosh, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. It was bad. Like, this is why I say, like, but it was hindsight, it was a great thing to be here for old Indy, the COVID Indy, the destruction of downtown, then the creatives coming in while downtown's still trying to find itself to where we're at now. So old Indy, yes, it was like rough.
So old Indy, this is pre like pandemic Indy. That's what you're.
This 2016 to 2018 before 2019.
Gotcha.
The come of COVID. Yep. So I get here. Like I said, I've connected with a lot of people in Bloomington. Knew me from music, things like that. Yep. We have a lot of people from up north down here too.
For sure.
From home, everything, and it was just like everybody was scrapping for their own. And it's like if you had something more than the other person, they didn't want. You know what I'm saying? It's like you couldn't get in this door without coming with something.
Sure.
Giving up
transactional.
Something. Yeah,
it wasn't the pay it forward. We weren't paying it forward. We were just what can you get in it for me as well.
Exactly.
And you had to have gut and grit to maintain too.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like when I was doing shows, this was not like they were going to promote me. They were going to do none of that. It was like, pay us, you can get on the show. Like I'm trying to like train with DJs. Like they make sure my music right.
Yeah.
None of that stuff. I'm like, man, I can't like prep before the show. Like, and they're like, nah, just, get on.
Sure.
Go. I'm like, well, damn. Like, that sucks. But then I see a different guy come and I see they give all of it to him. He gets to do everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay. Now I see what's going on. It's favoritism. It's who you know. That it's this
social
thing
circle.
there.
Yeah.
Social circles.
Circle, for
exactly.
Sure.
Correct. The big thing is the social circles. So for, like I said, I'm paying it forward. I'm going to people's events.
Yeah.
I'm paying stuff. I'm supporting, shaking hands, meeting people, doing things like that. And as I move around, to come in, like I said, I'm still doing music. Still trying to put on for the group as well, find Eli's niche.
Right.
And it's like, doom, door shut. All right, well, we told you this price. Well, give us this price now. It's like,
okay.
I paid this.
Yeah.
Oh, shows got canceled. I don't get my money back now.
Yeah. Yep.
It is like, I'm stuck in between, physical harm or just keep grinding, bro.
Yeah.
Just keep grinding. You're gonna outlast all these other people.
Sure.
And it was like, so I took a hiatus. He came, I took a hiatus and he just killed it.
I actually started when I got down here. Yeah. What was that,
2018.
Yeah. So 2019 come in.
Yep.
I start to transition back into something I was doing after the music, which was parties. I was a promoter.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I did that in South Bend. I used to do a Thanksgiving bash. I always looked at it like, man, around Thanksgiving, everybody party with their family.
Yeah.
But there's never an event.
Oh,
after you get done eating, because everybody sleep, the turkey and all that, and put you to sleep, the ham, all that.
They got the football on, and the
and everybody wake up around like 9. Like, do I want to eat again?
Right.
Nah, because I don't want to go to sleep. Let's have a drink. Let's go kick it. So I created a party, Thanksgiving bash on Thanksgiving. So that's what got me into like doing parties, from the music, doing shows. And then I try to do that here as well in Indianapolis, try to do events. Did a couple, they didn't really work out because we had to build community out here.
Sure.
See, back at home, we was popping.
Right.
When you go to a different city, who are you?
Right.
Can you recreate that?
Yep.
And a lot of people can't do that. So I looked at that like, damn, this ain't working. What do? Do I just give up and go back just living everyday life?
Sure.
9 to 5, family, kids. No, I don't want to do that. I can do that as well as far as my entrepreneur stuff and my hobbies. Mm-hmm. So I was like, let's swing it back to the clothes. So now with the clothes, 2019, we started to get involved in bringing the brand on the clothing side down here to Indianapolis. So with that, that's when Eli finally jumped on board all the way, because then we got invited to do something at Wave 1 right before.
One.
Was this before COVID?
7 Plug. I don't know if you heard of Plug. Where were they from?
Plug. Downtown they had an app called Plug.
Okay.
Wave 1 was like a downtown glass front building that we did a podcast. Shout out to my boy Rob Ski.
Nice.
Rob Ski invited me to be a host with them for a podcast called Out the Pot.
Nice. Okay.
And we were linked up with Wave 1 doing some things down there. So we ended up doing a pop-up at that place as well.
Okay.
And what was it? The hat and the backpack?
Yeah, it was the
sweatsuit.
It was the hat, sweatsuit.
I had the sample.
And the backpack.
Okay.
Right. Those were the things.
So we didn't have
as a first item run, like a first run item.
That's dad hat and the sweatsuit. I had the sample sweatsuit on.
Okay.
And that was pretty, we didn't have inventory. We were just like, we're going to get in the mix and we'll just beat her to network.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I do. I'm a network beast. I'm the type of guy to where when they ask me, what do you do? I do a lot of different things. I'm like a Swiss Army knife.
There you go.
So I'm gonna keep you guessing. Like I said, aviation was my career.
Yeah.
Fashion designer, party promoter, network beast. If I don't have it, if I don't know who got it, I probably know somebody that got it, and they probably know somebody that got it.
For sure.
It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. So,
like, and if you're outside of a social circle, you got to make your own circle.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. So just through networking and connections, we just wanted to be in the mix with the creatives.
Yeah.
And that's what started to blow up for us, networking. And then as we started churning, the clothing started to come back. We started shifting and cut and sew.
Okay.
We started off with T-shirts, silk screening, hoodies. That's it, basic. Going to the hood stores. Now we wanted to elevate the brand because we elevating as people.
For sure.
We're elevating as entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
We're elevating the brand. So that's pretty much what we shifted to, cut and sew, to where Eli, finally came on board full throttle.
Yep.
And I'm like, bro, I'm going to make you the president of the fashion department.
Okay.
So let me step back.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Right.
A good title.
100%.
So because he's in the fashion, he always been ahead of the curve when it came to fashion. Like, he was the first one to kind of like take the risk moves. So where
it's a student of study.
He was wearing the 5-inch
Yeah, like I was like on that. I was
for sure.
People frowned upon it, like he was ahead of the curve.
Right.
Totally.
So I'm like, okay. COVID came around, right? And during COVID, we thrived through COVID.
All right.
Our fan base is like, we're not going to let y'all die out. We're going to support y'all from home. So we had to support from home. I would travel back and forth and doing pop-ups at home. We do pop-ups here, and just still engaging within the 317 and the 574. So we had the nest, but we also was building, another castle, another empire out here. Shout out Sonny Martell.
Okay.
He's out here in Indianapolis. He's from South Bend. He also helped bridge some gaps with music.
Okay.
We were doing a festival called the Sunny France Festival, independent. And basically, I was like, let's take it to South Bend. We did some network mixer pop-ups, and then we decided let's do a festival. I was like, how about we do it in South Bend? Let's take it back home. That's where we have our biggest following at. That's where we're from. Let's do it home first.
For sure.
We did it 3 times. It was a learning experience when you do things independent.
Yep.
Funding.
Yeah.
Sponsorship.
Yep.
So that's what we learned through that. But it was definitely a great teacher, and I decided to retire from that.
Yeah.
And just where was I going with it? Just as far as what?
Just really, when I bought into it, just the grind that you put in. When I took my hiatus, like I said, just due to all of that, all of the gatekeeping, all just me grinding on my own, understanding like where I'm at mentally, and like I went through a breakup. I was with my girl for a period of time. We raised each other, so I really wanted to unlearn and relearn a lot of things in my life. You know what I'm saying? Just me as a man, me as a black man, me as a son, because I wasn't a father yet. Me as a friend, me wanting to be a business partner.
Yeah.
Like, let me unlearn and relearn things. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So as I'm doing that, growing into more of me and who I am, and getting into the fitness. So I was just, calling him and giving him a lot of game. And like I said, he was going through his things. He said, I was showing him how to do these uncomfortable conversations. Because I was having them with myself.
For sure.
And he's the guy I'm having them with now. Now I'm comfortable having them with you.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying?
It has to start here. Because you don't know, it's like you can't really show up in the best way with other people, even your closest people, if you haven't had that conversation with yourself.
Right. And so in hindsight, when you're doing those things, you don't know if you truly healed or learned until you get tested. 100%. You have to get tested to 100%. Know. You can't just say, "Oh, I healed and I've never been tested."
Literally been the guy going, "I'm good," and then like 3 days later, I'm like, "Oh, I'm fucked." I'm
like this shit did not work. You know what I'm saying? That shit did. You lied. Like, no. So I got tested. I failed completely. Yeah. I failed completely. I did. And so I took a hiatus.
For sure.
I was off the scene for a while. And like I said, when I came back, bro just killed it. And I'm like, what? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
To see him strip himself of his pride.
Right.
to be now, I'm going to be people's security guards and things like that, because that's what I didn't know at first. I came in being the it guy. And everybody's like, no, bro, I'm not even shining yet. We can't just let you come in and do that because I got to get mine.
Sure.
See what I'm saying? If I would have been a little bit more down a little bit, you know, maybe doors would have been a little different for me. Now, I still did connect with great people, you know, because I'm a great person myself. And so when he did what he did, and now the shoulders he brushed and I brushed, they kind of come together.
Yeah.
Now, you know, but with him doing that, we kind of like rode that away. We rode it till we couldn't ride it no more.
For sure.
It's like you say, what's this mystery behind you guys? So we brought all this knowledge and we were like, just like, all right, let's just play like
we was playing
the new
it cool
guys.
like we didn't know nothing.
For sure.
We can't be the loudest one in the room.
Well, like you said, like when you, it's like sometimes you step in and you're feeling like that itness, like especially if you come from having done that.
Right.
And then you end up in a space that maybe people aren't ready for something like that.
Right.
Like it's hard to maybe readjust. And sometimes you have to be laid low in order to grow and become the person that you're supposed to be. And it's not that you weren't supposed to experience it, that you were supposed to in order to get now to this better version or more whole version of yourself. As you saw the clothes, like the fashion aspect start to take off, like what was it like to interact with other fashion with the fashion community here in Indy? Like, did it feel like you had to have your own space? Or was it like, now that we're developing something, can we tap in with other people in this particular industry and see what they got going on and like rise together? Does that question make sense?
No, it makes sense.
Okay.
Does it make sense to you?
Of course. I mean.
Oh, you want me to? Okay. So.
Let you take it off the glass.
Right. No, so with that, you know, we tapped into, so Wave 1 happened. Right. And it's going on in there. We don't have next to pretty much anything in there. Melly's on the side of us. Shout out Melly. You know, this is my first time meeting him and seeing what he had going on. So just me just being a, you know, secret designer. Nobody knows that that's me, you know. So I'm checking him out and I'm seeing what he got going on. I'm like, oh man. Okay. You know, like, because now this is surreal to me. Like, this is somebody right here next to me doing this. Not like I'm seeing, you know, the designers at the fashion shows and stuff. This is right next to me. You know, I like stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, he's killing it. Now, but he has just as much motion going on in here as we do. Right? So we leave to go to this picture booth thing that was going on in there, you know, and He's you know, doing the pictures, and I'm just like stood in this moment, and I'm looking at our booth.
Seen him see it for the moment of what really was going on.
Yeah, and
as far as the universe and the frequency.
Like, so this is when it all hit me, like for real, with this whole fashion, the TDB, the brand. Like, I'm on the team now, I believe in, bro. But now it's like it's about to hit me across the head in this moment. So I'm looking through the glass, and I'm looking at our booth, and nobody's over there, and I'm seeing the people still going over there, and I'm like
a deja vu moment.
Yeah. Okay. He got this. Let me get back over here. It's my time to work.
He literally said it.
He can be the face now without the work, and I can go be the work now.
He said, hey, bro, you go ahead and take this picture and stuff. I'm going to go back over to the booth and set back up.
Damn.
Oh, it killed me. Right on the spot.
And I've always been the guy, like with the music and stuff, I've been one of the main guys in the forefront, the picture, the guys everybody want to see. So it's like, nah.
For sure.
You got this. Let me go over here and work. You know what I'm saying? I see it now. Like, this is crazy. I'm like, this can be bigger than anything we ever expected. Right in that moment at Wave 1. And so after that night, and he's breaking it down to me, we speed up. You know, we're going through these things. Pandemic happened, you know. People we connect with, you know, the Nigels of the Grapevine, who else?
Are you about to start name dropping?
Oh man, I was gonna go, man. You stopped me, man. We got the Nigels of the Grapevine.
I just saw Nigel today, so
you know, of course, my godbrother Ferris Bueller moved down here, doing his DJ thing. Shout out Slick Vic as well, a guy he built up with.
So we're gonna do DJs real quick.
I'm just gonna kind of get off.
Slime.
I'm gonna kind of get off.
Go ahead.
A bit of everybody. Who else we tap into? Stallone down here in Indy. I locked in Caddy. I locked in with a few skaters.
Okay.
They don't really have a name for themselves
Shout out
right
to them
now.
young bulls.
They don't, but man, these guys are like cars, skateboard, bikes. They're really like waiting on us. They're like, they're like, bro, we're whatever you guys got going on.
Team type,
you know,
because
I have a lot of young kids around me, youth around me. You know, so we're being an uncle and around me. So seeing their hunger for creativeness, seeing where Indy's going now and the people we brush shoulders with creativeness, I just want to connect with the genuine people who believe in the art.
Right.
We know we're going to get some money. Like, we got to live, right?
Yeah.
But, like, just genuinely coming to this platform in the Midwest of Indianapolis. Oh, yeah, shout out Middle Western Andy, man. You guys will be hearing about him later.
Okay.
He's a real quiet, discreet guy. I just did that to you. Yeah, so, and he's one of those guys, too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like building this community. That's why I love when bro brought this to me. It's like community. He knows, like, my word, community is strong. Like, just building a community, especially with being a father now and understanding the two families, the community of everything. So just building this whole community in Indy, where we have, like, these popular people, you know, who's kind of, like, been in place for quite a few bit of all of this, you know.
Rightfully so. They probably
and they're kind of still
and
they're kind of still in the way a little bit.
Oh, okay. I see
you
what
know,
you're saying.
like,
I know some people like that.
Make room for us who are really doing this. You know what I'm saying? Really living this, like, truly.
Right.
You know, like,
well, sometimes we get a seat and then we stop doing stuff with the seat.
Right.
We just sit there.
Right. You know, and being able, like, everything, you know, I know things cost, you know, but just having that platform, that space, like what Shreese do, my guy Aaron, shout out Aaron at Hot
World
Boys
famous
Chicken.
World
famous out there.
Yep.
You know, that's my good buddy of mine. Just what he does, man. I love what he does.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that as far as, you know, the question where you said, like, what's experience with, like, other fashion people. It hasn't been an easy situation, you know, what he's kind of speaking on. I feel like it's a lot of ego involved. It's a lot of who you know versus just accepting community for community, whoever you are, whatever it is you do. It's a lot of gatekeeping. It's a lot of pick and choose. It's a lot of social circles. So we kind of looked at that like, okay, man, it's a lot of not like, I don't think the support is really all the way there.
Less collaborative, more competitive.
Exactly. So that's what the experience really been. You know, you have people reach out and we try to go support them, support their events, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Purchase some of their stuff. On the back end, when it's time for us to do something, you don't see them.
Sure.
Not even a like, not even a comment, not even share. And that's free.
That's the
free.
lowest lift,
right.
the lowest
and that's
hanging
free.
fruit possible.
That's
free.
Free.
So I think it's just more people like look at it for, like you said earlier, what's their gain from it?
Right.
If they can't gain anything from it, then they probably don't even want to do it. And another thing that I've been trying to explain to him is I've been working on my soul signal.
Okay.
So to elaborate on that, that's your aura.
Gotcha.
So before anybody walk up on you, they should already know, okay, can I judge this book by a cover?
Right.
What does he have on? What is his energy? What is his facial expression? What is his body language?
Yeah.
So I feel like our aura that we bring, it intimidates a lot of people.
Sure.
So I kind of feel like a lot of people, I'm not going to keep saying a lot of people, but some people, let's say that. Some people are intimidated by having other people that has the same mind or a bigger mind or a brighter mind, and they want to dim your light, or they think you might dim their light by putting you in position.
Yep.
Or putting you next to them or in the same room.
Yeah.
It's a lot of intimidation going on. It's a lot of, like I said, gatekeeping. So that's kind of what we've been kind of feeling. And we don't have a problem with dumbing ourselves down as far as to make people feel comfortable, but we never going to dim our light. You're going to feel our soul signal no matter what.
For sure.
Because we're here to learn. You're going to learn. If you got something to teach, whether you know it or not, we're going to learn it.
For sure.
We're going to peep it and, you know, and come back to that later if need be.
For
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? It's just being a student of study.
Well,
you know
I don't think it's
saying?
a dumbing it down. I think it's you both make it accessible. You make the brand accessible, I think. Even though I started off by saying, y'all mysterious men, because personally you don't got much on the internet, but like the brand is accessible. Clearly the Facebook group has been accessible and it got too viral. So it had to be shut down, but it's still going. The brand is still there. And I think we built up for like too long a period of time, this idea of exclusivity and like this like excellence. The word excellence is like, that means only a few people can have it. And I think we got so rigid in our definitions of stuff like that people do become intimidated because they see people doing something that they want to do And like you said, they feel like, well, if they're already doing it, like maybe that's not where my light is supposed to be.
Right.
But just because somebody else is doing it doesn't mean you're not meant to be doing that thing.
Right.
And you'll never know. You'll never be able to answer that question if you don't step out and take the leap. And what's going to make it a little easier to do that is if the people that you see that you're like, oh shit, they're doing the thing. Like, let me reach out to them. The worst thing that can happen is they say, we don't have the capacity, or they just say no. Or maybe not even answer. And like, you're still in the same spot.
They don't owe you anything, too.
Exactly. And at that point, especially if you get no response back, it's like, well, maybe I'm just going to do it now. Like, it's like some people can take that as fire and fuel. Some people, it can be the barrier that keeps them from going. And I think what I've been learning in this conversation and just what I've seen tangentially from the TDB label and community is that idea of accessibility. That's the aura that I get from y'all. Least of all because you've been tapping in with me, not only with our stuff, but just trying to want to share the story. And so like that means a lot to me. And like, I'm hoping that this show's aura is like, hey, you can come share, when we can. So I appreciate that.
No, I definitely, like my barber, he's a upcoming barber around here. He's I Be Faded, shout out I Be Faded. He asked me, like, every time I come get a haircut, he's like, man, what you got going on, man?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like sometimes I'm a hat guy. So he's like, you always put a hat. It's like, how can I shout you out and not just put a hat right on my head? So, I put him on to you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, wherever you're trying to, because he has a message behind what he's trying to do. But him, just as any other people, man. Like, we do that. Like, we haven't even met you yet, but, we were just doing our own homework, just, listen to some podcasts, just, kind of just filling you out through, the screen.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, I just love the message. I love, your message, where you came from, what were your struggles, getting to this point.
I appreciate
you know what
that.
I'm saying? Like, and
For
just
sure.
when we walked through the door and you said you have a 1-year-old, that's literally what I'm dealing with this morning.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I still asked him because I was just reading this aura, and I'm like, you good?
You good? Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Right.
What's going on with you? How your mornings start?
For sure.
I'm asking these questions, and at first he's like, it's like, nah, I ain't gonna lie. My son was, this and that. You know how the kids are, but what kind of music you put on?
Jazz, man. Listen to my smooth jazz all-stars. So, just get me right back there.
For sure. That's like the reset a little bit.
Yeah, just reset. Just whoosh.
Yeah. Speaking of like finding people, and I feel like y'all have shouted out a number of folks who have been instrumental in your journeys.
Right.
We have a recurring segment on the show called Give Them Their Flowers. Shout out to Madeline McKinnon and Frida's Flowers for sponsoring this segment. But we asked our guests to shout out a person or persons that they feel like right now deserve their flowers. And so I want to ask both of you, whoever you have in mind, you are welcome to shout out. But before you do that, since I got both of you here, can you give each other your flowers to kick us off? So shout each other out.
Oh, yeah, man. Sure, man.
Break down again, man.
I mean, no, because
I'm
really,
a Cancer.
I'm emotional
this
as
is
hell.
this season too.
Hey, you a Cancer?
I'm not. I just came from an event where cancers were leading
It's
the
our
session.
season, though,
So
for
check
sure.
this out, Patrick. But
For
you got to understand this. Like, we do this every morning.
For sure.
Like, we'll just call each other and text me like, it's written.
Yeah.
Like it's written. Like, it's up. Ball up top. Whatever we're gonna say, like, it's just an affirmation of like, man, like we got this, we're doing this, But for me, I'm saying to you, to the big bro, we had a lot of neighbors and people at grocery stores call them massive, call them super big dog.
Go through the names.
Call them colossal. Like I said, I was like 4'11" when I first met him.
Sure.
So he's always been a big guy to me, So I always, even when I didn't recognize, I recognized he was a big deal. Understanding like, I'm a short, I'm like average height now, but then I was a small guy.
Yeah.
So it's like having big guys around. I have a big attitude, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So having big guys around me, was always like a plus because I was really like the big guy. He's a big guy, but I'm like the big guy. Like, I'm your bodyguard. Like, they don't know, they don't understand it. It's like, I'm the bodyguard. But he's helped me. I'm giving you flowers, bro, to be for the guy that has been very open-minded to a lot of things that I just spit out. You know what I'm saying? Just to let fly off my lips no matter what I come up with, just to be receptive of that, to be acceptive, even to tell me like, nah, that's not working.
For sure.
To allow me to be a part of this, and being able to have this chemistry, being able to be my brother, being able to be my partner, like, man, I'm always give you your flowers, you know what I'm saying? I always give it up to him, you know what I'm saying? I give him, I'm a giver anyway.
Every morning.
You know, but man, just to like really have, if I didn't have a community, just to have, you know, like I love my son, I love my family. Yet, you know, on this side of finding my community, not what I was born into, like I'm really grateful to have him if it's just this one person.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're locked all the way in, like, you know, and I'm grateful for that. I'm thankful for that, to learn, you know, things through him, to learn about myself. Like I said, when I was going through my unlearn and relearn, which I'm still doing that now, you never stop learning. You know, a lot of tests that I went through was just because of him. You know, like I said, him moving down here was like really me and him now, like living around each other, living with each other, like really getting this whole aspect of being together. Besides just being the brethrens back at home.
Right.
You know, and we get up with each other for a few hours and then we go this way and go that way. You know, and things like that show up for a show or studio sessions and things like that. But yeah, so I thank you. I really do thank you. You know,
appreciate that, bro.
For keeping me grounded.
Appreciate that.
Straight up.
I don't even want to do it. I don't want to give him flowers. I'm cool on that.
You don't have to.
No,
I want to go smell him anyway. I want to go smell him anyway.
He don't need no fucking flowers.
Smell him anyway. I didn't see you spray no cologne on those flowers. They just smell straight out the pot.
But no, I mean, I'm Mr. True Dirtbag, so I gotta, you know, give the sense of humor. But I give him his flowers all the time. Like, this is a daily thing for us. You know, you naming your pod conversation piece. That's what we do a lot. You know, just checking on each other's mental health and just stuff like that, and just keep each other going. I want to give him his flowers because he inspires me. His will, his drive, ambition. You know, I love him. That's my brother. He's my mentor, and he's a leader. So that's my flowers I want to give to him.
Righteous. Appreciate that, man.
You know?
I appreciate you. I mean, I appreciate you giving us a little glimpse into your everyday, your every morning wake up affirmation, like affirming each other. I feel like not enough people have a person like that.
Right.
You know, we're all always reaching out for people and trying to bring people in, but not everybody has that one that you can kind of turn to.
Right.
And especially now learning y'all's story and like forged in fire, truly forged through a lot of things that have happened in y'all's life together, whether you were in line or whether y'all were over here, like the things that have happened, like keep bringing you back. So I appreciate y'all sharing that a little bit. Anybody else you want to give, you think needs flowers right now? I know you got a third member at TDB.
I got some.
So, but anybody else you want to throw the flowers to?
Okay. I got one person, you know, I want to shout out. My brother, man, my brethren, Robert Torres. We call him Babo. You know, he's a Filipino-Mexican back at home.
For sure.
Do fitness, T2 Sports Performance. He does that with Tevin Lake. Shout out Tevin Lake.
Okay.
I think he's a native to Indianapolis, actually. Tevin Lake. I think he went to high school down here. He just got honored to his high school. Check it out. I don't know the name of his high school right now.
We'll link it in the show notes.
But he's a big deal too as well. But yeah, shout out to T2 Performance. Babo, Tevin, those guys do great work with the youth, great work with the kids, especially back at home.
For
you know, because Babo's actually from Michigan City, 219. So I know it's kind of closer to your area as well. Man, they do a lot of great things just with Notre Dame, St. Joe, Penn, a lot of schools up there. And just to see a lot of these kids that could have went, you know, even though I had, you know, shout out to God, but I have a strong sense of self to the path that I did go down to bring myself all the way back. I always knew it. You know what I'm saying? So for Robert and the whole T2 family over there, man, to keep these kids, man, to believing and striving and going, man, I love it because they're the future. They're the future, man. And I just want to give T2 Performance their flowers for sure.
Shout out T2 Performance.
Yes, sir.
We'll link it in the show notes. Check them out if you're up north.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see. First and foremost, I want to shout out to the higher powers, higher frequencies. You know, stay righteous. I want to give a shout out to my son, Junior. I want to give a shout out to my mom. Shout out to my stepmom, my dad, my stepdad. They taught me a lot. My sisters, my brothers, all my family, all my cousins. There's too many names. I know they're gonna be watching. Like, you didn't say my name. You didn't say my name. You forgot about me.
Maybe
so
if you can give me a list of names, maybe we can run a credit over.
You know, but they know who they are. Shout out to y'all.
Just have them on the side. Just have this clip of him naming them down on the side as it goes down.
Yeah. Shout out to all my brethrens. Shout out to all the creatives out there. Shout out to the community. Shout out to the true dirtbags out there. Y'all know who y'all are. Shout out to Mr. Basketball, Marcus Burton.
Okay.
That's my cousin. Shout out to the young talent that's from 574 coming up. You know, KD. Shout out Mike Kale. Shout out to all them young boys out there. Shout out to 317 Indianapolis. This is our second home.
Always.
You know, we here now. You know, we go back and forth to the house, which is, you know, back home. Dropping some lingo, yes, gotta mean, you know what I'm saying? Tap in with us, you know?
Figure dig.
It's a code demonstration what we doing here, man. So just keep following us. You know, we still doing our thing. It's not a sign off. We just popping it right now. You know, we chilling, you know?
So you stay tapped in.
That's who my shout outs are.
Stay tapped in.
That's who my shout outs are.
Conversation piece for sure.
And I appreciate y'all sharing, not only shouting out the people, but just shouting out each other. Because I think we need to be giving each other love and affirmation in that way.
Always.
Got a few more questions for y'all before we get out of there. We got to talk about what TDB's doing right now. So I saw one of the few pieces out there is a small section in Midwest League, in the final print version of Midwest League magazine, where you are announcing some stuff. So I was wondering if you could talk about what you got brought in today and what y'all been hyping up here the last few months.
This, outside of my son, this is my first baby.
That ain't my baby.
This is
out of pappy.
So this is my first baby. This is my first creation. If you go to my Instagram, which is TDB Eli, or that switched it just recently.
You done switched his name so many
TDB
times.
6.
6, okay.
TDB 6?
I had to switch it because, you know.
Sure.
He got hacked. So
I got
that ain't
hacked.
that ain't him.
Yeah,
that's no problem on Instagram for sure.
So this is my first baby right here, man. If you guys can see most of that there, man. Yeah, man.
You want to get into
nice.
the details?
This
nice.
man, you mind holding this for me one time?
Yeah. Tell us about it. Talk to us.
Yeah. So this was years in the making. Yes, I've always wanted to create clothes. Obviously, I said that before. So this piece right here, after I came off my hiatus and I came on the team, bro already came with a lot of pieces for a True Dirtbag, right? Sure. So I'm like, look, bro, we know fashionably I have a little edge on the curve than he does.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, but I believe in a
real quick so we get a little bit better.
I believe in a lot of yours, so we're gonna get a lot of what you already had out first. So while we're getting out what he already imagined and bringing that to reality, I'm creating all of this here.
Yeah.
So all this is like 3-4 years in the making.
Okay.
You know, so this is the first race jacket. We're in Race America, you know.
Sure. Speed City,
you know what I'm saying? Indiana, shout out Indianapolis, shout out Indy 500. So yeah, the leather jacket here, this is real cow leather. This is your granddaddy's leather.
Yup.
Smells just like it. You know, got a few old heads. I remember that smelling that leather, man. So True Def brand.
Yup.
That is the first.
You got me feeling like a man.
My bad. So True Def brand. This comes from the umbrella of True Dirtbag, right?
Yup.
So the acronyms are still the same. TDB. We wanted to give the people the jacket. We're from the North. We're not Canada North, so we're not gonna steal that slogan. But you know, we're from the North. We're from that lake effect.
Yes,
it's
the lake
cold.
effect.
It gets cold back home. We're cold, you know. So we get cold a lot, especially in Indiana. So jackets, you know, this is our thing. This is our image we want to roll with. So I wanted to give them a leather jacket, a race jacket. We're in race culture.
Yeah.
Shout out Jeff Hamilton. One of the goats when it comes to the leather jackets.
So TDB race. This is what we got here. And when we go back to race culture here, when we think about when the Indy 5, because like I said, I'm a student study. So I study where the Indy 500 originated from, the cars that were used, driven, and things like that. Hence, we came with this car here. You know, TDB was founded in 2013. It's the number 13. You know, you're going to get that.
I love the details like that, right? The Easter eggs.
Right, and it's the race.
Yeah.
Anything's a race.
100%.
You know, a car, bike, anything.
Marathon.
Yup.
Shout out Nipsey.
It's your race. Whatever race is for you. You know, whatever race you're racing for, whether it's health, you know, weight-wise, you know, anything. So I just put these small things in place. We have TDB inside. The checker flag there. I'm a big anime guy. I don't know if you're big anime. Like, we hail from Kung Fu. Like, my family's big on Wu-Tang and Kung Fu, so I'm a big anime guy. So this was inspired by My Hero Academy. Right here.
All right, yep. I can see it now. I can see it now.
And then other inspirations. I think I drew this inspiration from like a Batman cartoon show back in the day. I remember like it had a signal kind of like this, like a yellow bat signal, and then like kind of just mimic this a little bit there. But just everything about it, the original colors of TDB that brother came with for TDB, I just wanted to tap into that with the black, white, and red. And just making it a good jacket, man. For the
made from scratch.
Made from scratch.
So,
if you go to my page, you'll see me drawing it up and everything.
I was gonna say, it looks handmade. This is handcrafted for sure.
This is handmade, straight off the bone, right? You know, right off cut and sew. And True Definition brand is the future, you know, where we're heading to with TDB. Just what's your definition, man?
I love it.
What's the definition of you?
You're making it. You define yourself.
Exactly. We all got a story.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's your own story. It's your true definition. So with collabs with other artists and things like that, this is where that stems from. Yeah, we're collabing, but this is a definition of you. They already know us.
For sure.
You know, they know
100%.
So we're giving the definition of you, the person we're collaborating with, you know, and everything. So it's always giving it up to the community.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Bringing it back. That's why I love what you're doing right now.
I appreciate that, bro.
The community segment, man. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, this is my baby, y'all. You know, go to TrueDirtBag.com. You know. Oh, yeah, this is my second baby.
Baby number 2.
My baby number 2, which this is just giving it up to the cities.
Yup.
So this is the Rep Your Area edition. We're calling these the Bennies, which is short for South Bend. Short for South Bend is the Ben.
Yup.
And the lingo is the Benny. You know, however you want to address it.
That's got a man.
This is my baby made from scratch too as well. You can see it on my Instagram. I drew it up and did all that as well. Peace be to Almighty God for this talent. Yeah, so this is the small 574 here. You know,
2 versions.
and then we have a
jacket.
Then we have the big one spelled out in the back. The nostalgia of this is the old jerseys.
Right.
I mean, the old jackets for the teams back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, the 80s, like the Raider jackets.
Uniform. It's more like uniform.
It's our uniform. It's our uniform as we walk in.
Yeah, you see them walking in like off the bus with this jacket on.
Because you asked where we at now, and for us, for 2025, like you mentioned, there's not a lot of us on the internet.
Sure.
You know what we do is TDB. So this is show face.
Show face. That's what we doing.
This is our.
You're the community.
Time to tell your story.
Showing face.
We're
100%.
showing face. Who we are, where we come from. You know, where we're going, what are we doing with this? And man, and I'm just thankful, you know, we're starting this off with you, man.
For sure.
It's a beautiful thing,
I feel very
man.
privileged. It's a humbling thing that y'all want to come on here and share that with us.
Can we drop an exclusive announcement?
Drop the exclusive announcement. I was literally about to ask what's coming up.
So, exclusive announcement. We are officially a part of the Shreese Festival this year.
Hey,
there you go.
True
Shout out
Definition,
Shreese.
True Dirtbag will be out there, pop up. We appreciate the opportunity to do that. This is our first one.
Yes,
I volunteered at about maybe 2 or 3 Shreese shows back when I first moved here. That's how I met a lot of great people like Jake Huber, Alex Folker, Paris Ladam, all the artists that do things, Maxi. It's a lot of names. I'm not going to say everybody, but anybody that know me, that ran across me, ran across him, you see him, you see me, you see me, you see him. Y'all know what's going on. Tap in, man. True Dirtbag. It's a lifestyle, not a slogan.
Y'all know what it
Sir.
is. Make sure you pull up the Trees. We're going to be at Trees this year, too.
Yes,
shout out to
sir.
Oreo. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Jane. The
Big
team
shout
over
outs.
there is dope.
Big shout outs, yes.
Super hyped to see y'all there.
okay.
That's going to
We're
be
excited.
good. That's
We're
going to be
excited,
good. All right. Outside of exclusive announcements, then, what else is going on right now? What else do you have coming up that you need the people to know about?
Okay.
And outside of the website, how else do we support y'all as you get it moving?
Okay, so what's coming up? At Shreese,
At Streets.
we will be debuting a new design.
Ooh!
So you might want to be there for that as well. You know, so check that out.
That's a little double exclusive.
Yeah,
a little
it's a double
exclusive.
exclusive.
Side dish.
Yeah, it's a double exclusive right now. You know, it's been a lot of work put into it. We're
For
excited
sure.
about giving this to everybody, especially Indy. Man, just accepting us. You know,
For
like
sure.
I said, regardless of me talking about the old Indy and the gatekeeping ways, like I said, there was just still awesome people there too.
You still here?
They're still here with us.
Yeah,
you know,
and you still here. So,
yep,
I mean,
exactly.
something kept it.
Exactly. So, what's coming up after that per se? It's gonna be more jackets for you guys. For the winter, we We are here in the winter. You know, so we got more affordable jackets coming for you guys, more stylish flavors for you and the family. You know, and we just want to keep showing face and connecting with everybody. That's all we're gonna give you guys for right now.
I got some stuff coming up. I'm on tour.
Okay, yeah, we got to know
He
about that.
He just got off a tour.
Yeah,
I'm
resting.
I'm out here.
When I want to come outside, he want to be put up.
Off, man.
Did you going somewhere today?
Yeah, actually.
Where you going today?
I will be at the Summer Jam. Is that what that is? The summer? Is that what they're
Summer
Jam?
Jam. See, he did a podcast interview today. Now he going to Summer Jam
so
today.
I'll be out there tonight.
Moving and grooving.
I was out there at all the Indy home games. You know, my slogan was ball up top.
It was a tough loss, man.
That was my slogan.
This game was a tough loss, man.
Tough.
My birthday's coming up.
Okay, happy early birthday.
July 10th. I'm a Cancer. Y'all see me get emotional here. I'm emotional. You know, I'm a real Cancer. I'll be in Vegas coming up for my birthday. I just came back from Mocha Fest Houston.
Yep.
So I'll be on like a little real tour for real. You know, I'm like a fake local celebrity type.
I don't know
about the fake part.
Yeah, I don't know if you say it's very real.
If you out here doing the things, I don't think it's fake. Yeah. I think it might be real.
I'm humble though, you know, but I try to keep the list full.
For sure.
I feel like you shouldn't always be accessible to people. You should always make sure you got your calendar out, fill the calendar up.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you can't get in contact with me, get in contact with Eli. You know, vice versa. You can't get in contact with him,
Twitter.
hit me up. He might be taking, you know, a mental break.
For sure.
So
people got capacity, and when they're at it, they deserve their rest. So we don't got to be hitting them up all the time.
Vacation, get your rest, get some sleep, make sure health is wealth, get your vitamins, eat good, you know, smell good, look good.
There you go.
That's what all I got.
Yeah. Be good.
Be good. Be better than yesterday. That's always my big thing.
That's my parenting mantra right now. I'm just trying to be a little bit better than what I with my dad. So
the marathon continues.
100%. Well, fellas, I really appreciate you coming through, sitting down, giving us this conversation. We'll probably tap in at Shreese for something. But as we get out of here, again, let the people know where they find you, follow you, support you online, all of that stuff as we go forward here.
Go ahead.
All right, so yes, go support us on all platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter. You can get Mr. TDB, Mr. True Dirtbag, that name pretty much on all platforms. Check out TDB Clothing on Instagram. You want to go to YouTube and check out True Dirtbag. You also want to go to TrueDirtbag.com for all new updates, videos, commercials, clothes, events, anything we're a part of, really. You can go on there and check out. And you can catch all our handles from there, honestly. TrueDirtbag.com. Straight up.
TrueDirtbag.com.
Google me.
Google me.
True Dirtbag. We out.
The show is over. Tuesdays, new episodes, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast, conversationpeacepod.com for all of our stuff. Make sure you check out the Open Door as well. If you're interested, click the Open Door up top on the website. Until then, though, we got to get out of here. I can't close it any better than that. That is my dude, Riley, here on the camera. Shout out to Riley Rapture on the mic. Shout out to Pattern and the Studs for this beautiful space. Shout out to Madeline McKinnon and Frida's Flowers for the flowers. And shout out to y'all. Shout out to TDB. Shout out to Eli and Lionel for coming through and being amazing people and guests. And shout out to me for hosting the show. I've been Patrick Armstrong, and this has been Conversation Piece. Let's get out of here.